Good morning. We're going out to the shed today. We're going to be doing some work on the shed. I think you're going to really enjoy this. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to show you what's actually trending right now, and that's shed themes. Like having a theme on your shed in your backyard instead of just have a plain shed. People are using their hobbies to decorate on the outside of it, which reminds me how I got the idea. I was at a friend's house the other day. He's a taxidermist, and he just decorated the outside of his shed. You will not believe how beautiful it is. He has heads on it. He's got a deer outside there that's, I guess it's been taxidermist. And it's just so beautiful. It looks great in the yard. So the shed back here, let me show you what we're going to do with my shed. So my shed here, I'm going to make it look like a ranger station, since I love the natural parks, and I've been in so many parks and gotten so many ideas. And that's where you get a lot of my landscaping ideas, from natural, plants and trees in the parks. I just love that. And we're going to go over to the park right now. I have this brochure on Half Moon. I've been there before, but they've done a lot of work in there. Of course, they made the parking lot easier to get in there, and they put up a nice pavilion. But all the way in the back, there's an old outpost that they made the ranger station into. And we're going to visit that to get some ideas on, how to make it look authentic, a ranger station. So let's go over there. There's a lot of great things about this park. They have an old train track that runs through. It used to be back in the 1800s when they used to, log out of their trees. And they used to make turpentine actually out of some trees. But there was all hardwoods, and there was a track that ran through. Of course, it's not there anymore. There's some remnants of it, but trains don't travel that track anymore. But it's just a beautiful park. There's so much nature in there. Wild hogs, wild turkeys, everything's in there. Of course, there's dangerous snakes. You want to be careful. But let's go take a ride there, go up to the ranger post and see if we can get some ideas. Let's go do that now. We're at the ranger station right now, and we're going to show you a little bit about this park and do a little quick hike. It'll be fun. Let's go. Have horseback riding in here and all kinds of activities going on. Looks like a lot of fun. This is a Half Moon Trail. It's a beautiful park here. This is Florida. It's called Lake Panasoski County is where it is. But there's so much going on here. Of course, you'll see so much wildlife in here. Of course, there's deer and wild turkey running across here. And of course, there's bear. There's bear pretty much everywhere in Florida here. Of course, they always have warning signs out. And of course, it's high activity right now. Springtime, they're coming out. They have cubs. So you want to be careful. Ranger station. As we came in here, and he had said that there's been activity, but you could still walk the trail. So we're going to do that today and get an idea of what's going on here in this beautiful park here. It's just absolutely beautiful. But pertaining to this video coming up, it's going to be about ranger stations, because at the house I have a little shed that kind of mimics a ranger station, and we're going to go back home and show you what we're going to do. We're going to hang some signs and make it look really authentic. I love themes in my backyard, as you know already, but we'll be doing that shortly. So let's get out and check out the trails. Wow, look at these. These are really big. These pine cones, they're just beautiful. And of course, these trees here, they've been here for years. These pines are so tall. But I'm going to get a bag and take some of these home, put them in my garden. They're beautiful. Look at that. Look how big they are. It's just amazing. We'll be taking this trail up here, and we'll curve around and go out through the back there. I don't want to go too far. I'm by myself. I don't have my bear spray, so I just love it in here. I mean, it's so green. Green and lush. You want to be careful where you're stepping. Of course, there's deadly snakes around here too, so you want to be careful. I wouldn't recommend hiking in a park unless you're aware of everything. You can't be foolish and just expect that nothing's going to happen. These are just beautiful. I have to get some of these trees and plant them in my property. They're just like silk. They're beautiful, beautiful trees. Whoa! That was a black snake. Watch where you're stepping. Well, that's Mother Nature for you. What's not to love about it? That's why I like to bring it into my yard. I decorate with themes, outdoor parks, and I love the birds. I have bird feeders. I built some bird houses. As you'll see, we'll get back and I'll show you all of that. So let's head out of here, get back to the house, and get working on that little ranger shed. Try to make a little copy of that, get some signs and things and hang them around. So that's going to be fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tour of the park. Of course, I didn't go on that, what was it, almost a 5-mile hike. That would have been taking too long. But I wanted to show you generally what that park looked like, and it was just so, to me, it was just a beautiful natural park. I was able to go into that ranger post and look around, but they didn't allow me to take any photographs or video because there was, wildlife, environmental officers in there. So I didn't do that. We're going to be putting some pine cones in the garden. But it's here for now. Make it look natural. I'm going to put a little paint on these pine cones because you really can't see them in the garden because that paint will fade as they open. They actually open in warm weather and then they close in cold weather. You can try that where you live. Bring one of these pine cones in the house. It'll open up. Gotta have fire extinguisher. I got some metal signs here I ordered. This is a ranger station. I'll hang that up somewhere. And I got this one here. This is pretty cool. No warning, don't feed the bears. I think that's pretty neat. We'll hang that somewhere there. Then I have these decals. I don't know if you can see them from there. I have some of these decals we're going to hang up. Put that in the window, National Park Service. I think that's pretty cool. That looks appropriate. And what else we got here? Oh, what we're going to do with that little scooter back here. That little scooter, we're going to make that into a little Ranger cruiser. I'm going to put that on the front of it, Ranger. And there's another sticker here. Forest Ranger. We'll put it on the fender somewhere. And make it look like it's authentic. So I think that's going to look pretty cool. So let's get started on that, hanging these signs up. Well, this would be fun. Something we can all do. Get you out of the house. Not a difficult project. It makes you become creative, and you can do anything you want to a shed. You can go on Amazon and buy all kinds of signs and go to yard sales and find old items to put around your shed. Make it come alive. And there's all kinds of interests and hobbies we all have, of course. And I'd like to hear that from you folks. Leave it in the comments, what you have for ideas. We can all share that together. So let me get these signs up and see what it looks like.